All right, where was I? So, I was going to talk about the main fertility hormones, right? Thank you very much, Omawumi. Thank you. I appreciate it. The main fertility hormones. I'll try to simplify them. Right? Let's break them down clearly so that at least everybody, you don't need to be educated to understand what I'm going to say tonight. Just understand. So let's start with the first one. I'm talking about the main fertility hormones. And we'll look at, I'll just mention them so that you just understand what you need to know. So the first one is this one they call GnRH. It's a long name. I will not bother you with the long name, but we call it the master signal, right? It's the master signal. And that master signal, which is the GnRH, that is gonadotropin releasing hormone. That's the full name. It's the master signal. And it is produced in the brain. Remember I said that everything about reproduction starts here in the head. Starts in the brain. Right? Even for John Thomas to stand up, it starts from here. Right? Even for ovulation to take place, it starts from here. So now this master signal hormone will tell another part of the brain, which is the pituitary gland, to release other hormones. Can you see me? Hormone. We've not gotten anywhere. Just here. The master signal produces a hormone that affects another side of the brain to produce more hormones. Every journey begins with and without that master signal hormone, the system can never start. The system can never start. This is fertility. Right? That is where it all starts from. The head. Yeah. That's where it all starts from. All right, that's the first hormone. And that's why maybe one of this time I will talk to us about contraceptions. Because those hormonal contraceptions are actually playing with these hormones that I'm talking about. If you understand it, you may never use them again. All right, the second hormone is one of the hormones that the pituitary gland will produce. That is the FSH, follicle stimulating hormone. If you ever heard of FSH, it stimulates egg development in women. That is the job of FSH, right? It also, in men, it supports sperm production. So men have FSH, women have FSH, right? But they do quite different things, right? That is FSH. It's the second main hormone in reproduction. The third one is LH. It's called luteinizing hormone, right? Now, luteinizing hormone triggers ovulation in women. For ovulation to happen, that hormone goes up. Remember, I was talking about ovulation predictor kits the other time. I told you it can lie. So that kit tests for that LH surge. And for those of you who have gone for maybe fertility treatment and you hear them, they want to give you trigger shots. It is this hormone they are giving you, right? They call it trigger. It triggers ovulation in women, right? So the trigger shot is luteinizing hormone, right? And in men, this hormone in men stimulates testosterone production. Testosterone is the hormone that makes a man But without this hormone, that hormone cannot be produced. All right. So very, very important. If you are just joining, you're welcome. If you're not following me yet, you want to follow me now. Learn everything about fertility and be a master of your journey. Right? If you have knowledge, it will be difficult to spend more than what is necessary. Right? Where was I? So that is LH. So LH in women is a trigger hormone. LH in men produce testosterone. Is that okay? Then estrogen. The next one is estrogen. Right? Just 1 second and I will be back. So let's continue with estrogen. Estrogen. What does estrogen do? Estrogen builds uterine lining. Yeah, it builds the uterine lining. It supports eggs maturation. That's what estrogen does. The next one is progesterone. Progesterone, we talked about that many times. Very important guy, right? Progesterone prepares the uterus for implantation. No progesterone, no implantation, right? It prepares the uterus for implantation and it supports early pregnancy, right? That is why even if there is a threat to early pregnancy, what you are giving is still progesterone because it's a pregnancy supporter. That is what it does. That is the function of progesterone. Very important hormone. Right? So the next one, testosterone. Ade Love. Good to see you. Good evening, you're welcome. The next one is testosterone. I just mentioned that earlier, right? Testosterone is essential for sperm production. It's very essential for sperm production. So if you have low sperm count, poor sperm quality, something is affecting your testosterone levels. Aminata, I'm fine. How are you? Testosterone also supports libido and sexual function. The feeling to knack comes from testosterone levels, right? That's what libido is. I want knack. Every journey begins with hope. Every tells a story. Everything. Don't worry about what people say. Don't worry about what people say. The people that talk the way they do are the reason why there are a lot of suffering people in the world today. Right. But we have only one job: to cure ignorance. Right? I will do it. All right, so that is testosterone. It supports libido and sexual function. This is fertility. The other one, the next one is prolactin. I don't know what number I'm at now, but just I'm sure you're catching something. All right, prolactin. Prolactin is involved in milk production. Right? It's involved in milk production. And high levels of prolactin, what you call hyperprolactinemia, high levels of it suppresses ovulation. That's why it is a source of concern. right? That's why it's a source of concern. Ivy is here. Ivy is here. Hello, Ivy. Good to see you. Right? So, high prolactin levels suppresses ovulation. You see why it's a source of concern. The next hormone is thyroid hormone. Thyroid hormone. And we're talking about thyroid last week. The hormones from the thyroid, they regulate metabolism. Very important function, right? And besides that, they influence menstrual cycle and ovulation. You see why thyroid disorder is a source of concern when it comes to fertility, right? One of those tests, hormonal tests your doctor will request is thyroid hormone. This is fertility. It's not just one anyway, but they will request for it. Right? Now, having known all these hormones I mentioned and a little bit of them, having known all that, the question is how does these hormones work together? Right? In fertility, how do they work together to make you, right? Asia Second, good to see you. You're welcome. So how does these hormones work together? Yeah. Now, fertility hormones, first you need to understand, they don't work alone. They don't act alone. All right? They don't act alone. They work in a feedback loop system. Right? When this one is becoming too much, it gives a feedback. Oh, I'm too much. Then the other one will either increase or reduce and all that. No need to bother you, but just understand it's working a feedback loop system. Right? Now, remember the master hormone, the GnRH, when it's released in the brain, it sends signals. It sends signals to the ovaries, or if it's a man, to the testes. Right? Now, when the testes and ovaries receive that information, what do? They begin to function or carry out their function the way they were designed. These hormones will rise or fall depending on how they are needed. That is through the feedback system anyway. And for some reason, where everything is not going on right, the brain will adjust accordingly. Right? The brain will adjust. If it's too much, the brain knows what to do. If it's too less, the brain knows what to do. That is why some of you that are using hormonal birth control, I hope you realize that you are standing in the way of your brain and your organs. You are standing in the way. Then when you stop the birth control, you are now coming and say, oh, doctor, why is it that I stopped it and it's not? I'm not seeing my message. This is what you are doing, right? The system is already complete. There's a feedback mechanism going on. But when you introduce those drugs, you are confusing the brain or instructing the brain to shut up. And now the brain decides to shut up. 5 years later, 10 years later, you say, oh, brain, don't shut up anymore. Talk to me. And the brain is like, but I thought I was supposed to shut up. And the menses is refusing to come. That natural loop must be in precise, must be first precise, must be balanced and well timed. It is not in your hands. That's biology at work. This is fertility. So it was always that way until you introduced the drug, right? So everything has its advantage when you use them. So that's why you need knowledge. That's why you need knowledge. So you don't suffer for nothing. Right? So then, now what then happens when these hormones are imbalanced?
Every journey begins with
you were not born with hormonal imbalance. I hope you know that.
Every heartbeat tells
Why are you not ovulating? Were you on any birth control? Or how do they call it now? After one, I don't know what they call those things.
This is life.
I'm a supporter. I'm a pro-life, so I don't know the names of all those things that they do to stop life. No, Talata. The answer is no. Right?
Every journey begins with hope.
Do you understand? So I'll get to all your questions and your discussions shortly. But let's understand hormones. Right? What happens when hormones are imbalanced? What happens? I hope you know that even small disruptions can affect fertility. Slightest disruption can affect fertility. Somebody was already saying, I'm not ovulating. Slightest disruption in those feedback mechanism will suspend your ovulation. Right. Now, in women, where they have irregular ovulation, hormonal imbalance may lead to delayed ovulation. Right? Hormonal imbalance may lead to delayed ovulation, weak ovulation, or no ovulation at all. It's all about your hormones. The slightest disruption of that hormonal process will either delay your ovulation, make it weak, or suspend it altogether. Right? It can also amount to poor egg development, where the egg may not mature properly. Of course, if the egg does not mature properly, will it ever get fertilized? No, it won't. Right? So that's what it does. The hormonal imbalance, that's what it does to egg development. Is that okay? Hormonal imbalance can amount or cause thin uterine lining. Thin uterine lining. Remember what we need the uterine lining for? For implantation. But now it's too thin. It's too thin. So implantation becomes difficult because the lining is too thin.
This is fertility.
All right? Please tap on your screen and share the live. Let's tap on our screen. Especially those who want to ask questions. You tap on your screen. Tap on your screen, share the live, and follow me. Right? It's very important. If you know the amount of people that are trying to conceive, and I just said earlier that it's going to get worse. If you follow the news, it's going to get worse.
This is fertility.
It's going to get worse. So what do you do? That's why you need knowledge. Shiwa, thank you very much for the rules. Right, so hormonal imbalance will cause thin uterine lining, which will make implantation difficult. It will. It will. It will. Hormonal imbalance can make you the luteal phase. So if you don't know what I mean by luteal phase, go to YouTube, search my name, There's a video there now.
This is life.
You will learn about luteal phase. Right? You can make luteal phase short. Why? Because remember that luteal phase is a phase where the preparation for the expectation of pregnancy is done, right? So if the luteal phase is short, pregnancy may not be sustained.
Every heartbeat tells a story.
Pregnancy may not be sustained because no proper preparation was done for this pregnancy. These are the things hormonal imbalance will do.
This is life.
And you hear all those miscarriage news and all that. These are the things that hormones control. And when they are not adequate, you run into problems with your pregnancy and you're now confused. So in women, these are the things that will happen. But in men, hormonal imbalance will lead to low testosterone levels. Remember what the function of testosterone? Sperm production and libido, right? Libido, the urge to want to knock every time. Right? So hormonal imbalance will cause low testosterone, and that leads to reduced sperm production and decreased libido. So when you see a man who used to like to knock like mad before, right? All of a sudden, he doesn't feel like knocking anymore. Why? His testosterone levels may just be down, and there are many reasons why that can happen.
This is fertility.
Right? Many reasons why that can happen. Why is testosterone level going down? Go to YouTube. I have a video on everything about men. Go there. Go and learn. Go and learn. If you really want to learn something, go to YouTube. Dr. Godwin EMB. Search my name. All the videos are there. Especially for men. You want to produce precious sperm? Go and learn. So low testosterone levels will reduce sperm production and decrease libido. The urge to want to knock is no longer there. Why? Testosterone is poor, it's low. Besides low testosterone, there's also the issue of poor sperm quality. Hormonal imbalance will cause low sperm quality. Right? Not just, it doesn't just affect, what makes up quality anyway? The count, motility, and structure will be affected.
This is fertility.
Right? What of women with low libido? It's still hormones.
This is life.
It's still hormones. Women with low libido is still hormones. We know already that the peak time for libido for women is during ovulation. That's why they want to knock like mad. Right? And now you don't feel like knocking. It's a hormonal issue. Right? Or for some of you, maybe you need money to trigger that hormone to come out. Right. Go and okay, that means you were not here last week. Last week videos are already on YouTube. Please go to YouTube, Dr. Godwin EMB. Search it, and watch the videos. It's there. Right? These are the things that it does to men. It affects the sperm structure, it affects motility, it affects sperm count. The overall quality of sperm will be affected where there is hormonal imbalance. Of course, men too also have hormonal imbalance. So it's not just women. Right? There are conditions that actually hormonal conditions that affect fertility. Just one or two common ones that we already know. You have the PCOS. Remember the notorious PCOS, right? Where you have irregular hormone pattern, right? It causes you irregular hormone pattern, and it disrupts ovulation. In the coming days, maybe by the end of this week or by next week, we will deal with PCOS. So if you are interested in PCOS, stick around, you will learn, right? So PCOS is one of the common conditions, hormonal conditions that affects fertility. And remember, PCOS is a syndrome. It's not just one thing that you see as this person has PCOS. No, you have to look at the four core things. So stick around. When I talk about PCOS, you will learn them, right? So that I don't get confused. So another common condition that affects actually hormonal condition that affects fertility is thyroid disorder. Many people don't know anything about this. Good evening, Ebony Classic. That T, explain that T. I want to know. I have not accepted the T until you explain it. because some people are calling me some names. I want to be sure what that is. So there is thyroid disorders. Thyroid disorder is a hormonal condition, right? That affects. Oh, it's not me you are referring to, Ebony Classic. Okay.
Every journey begins with hope. Every heartbeat
right, so thyroid disorders, because disorder in the thyroid can affect the regularity of your cycle and also impact on ovulation. It's a concern. There is also another common one, hyperprolactinemia. Okay, thank you, you're welcome. Hyperprolactinemia, where prolactin levels goes up beyond the normal, and that increased levels suppresses reproductive hormone. That's why it's a concern. Thank you for the heart, man. That's why it's a concern. As prolactin levels go up, it suppresses. What does that tell you? Right? What does that tell you? Now, prolactin is for what? It's necessary for milk production, right? So that means when you have delivered, prolactin levels must go up so that baby will see something suck, right? Even though I know that some men are also participating in the milk. Baby take 2 cups, men take 1 cup. Anyway, so because the high levels goes up during breastfeeding, what happens? That is a natural contraception, right? And this worked excellently for our mothers in the village those days. But nowadays, I don't know why it seems not to be working for our women. There is a natural contraception, right? And it's only supposed to go up when you are breastfeeding. Not that you never even marry yourself, prolactin don't jump up. Sister, wait till happen. Who are you breastfeeding? You never tell us. Right. So that is hyperprolactinemia. There is a hypogonadism in men. Hypogonadism in men, right? This leads to reduced testosterone, and also it will affect sperm production. Yeah, so that's why men and women need to be evaluated. So when there is hypogonadism, that is the matter, right?
Every heartbeat tells a story.
If you're still here, talk to me in the comment section. Just type, "I'm here." Let me be sure you are still there.
This is life.
Are you still there? Are you still there? Let me see who's in the house. Because this information is so important. A lot of people are suffering these things. They just don't know what the problem is. They just don't know what the problem is. So, doctor, my message is like this. My message is like that. This is happening. This is one of the many things that could be the problem. Right? But when you have knowledge, you will not be afraid. Right? It's Teresa. I see you. When you have knowledge, you will not be afraid. Right? And I tell you, please don't waste too much time. If having kids in this world is part of your plan, today is the time to start having children. Today. So what are you going to do? Knack waiting no good. All right. Let's look at some hidden problems. There are some hidden problems. It's actually subtle imbalances that can cause problems, right? And this is what many people don't know. Hormones can be normal on paper, right? But still not optimum for fertility. You did the hormonal evaluation? Yes. What did they say? It's okay, it's normal. But yet, why am I not pregnant? It's because even a small shift can affect timing. A small shift in hormone can affect timing. It can affect coordination, even the efficiency of your system, right? So this is why some people have normal test results will still struggle to conceive because of this slight shift.
This is life.
Right? And what are the there are things that can cause all that. One of them is stress. What can cause the shift in hormone that's now causing you delay in conception? One of them is stress. If you are always looking for herbal drugs or one drug that can solve your fertility problem, you are in the wrong place. So here we want to find out what the problem is first, so that we can help you understand where your solution is. Right? So stress, the first one, because stress directly affects fertility hormones. Let it soak. What did I say? Stress directly affects fertility hormones. Oh, really? So what are you going to begin to do to your stress? Whether it's physical stress, psychological stress, or emotional stress. Right? We were saying the other time that one of the things many of us have noticed is that when it's close to ovulation time, couples are always quarreling. Why? Why? What happened? What is against you having children like this? Anyway, long story short, stress. You see, stress directly, not indirectly, directly affects your fertility hormones. Stress don't affect it, right? We have discussed this thing earlier, right? What does stress do? There is a hormone called stress hormone. Sorry, there is a hormone called stress hormone, and the whole purpose is to establish balance, because the body can never be confused. The body always have a way to cope. It's a coping mechanism, right? So when for some reason you are stressed, are they love? I don't they fear you.
This is fertility.
I hope I don't they fear you. I would make sure I'm very far away from you. You people should go and do your business. Salama Sese. I didn't love the vex. Anyway, so where was I?
This is fertility.
So where was I? I was saying that there is a hormone called stress hormone.
This is life.
And this hormone increases when you are stressed. And that hormone is called cortisol. Cortisol is a stress hormone. And when cortisol goes up, it suppresses your reproductive hormone. And we are living in a day where men and women are hustling like mad. We need to make this money. We are stressed out looking for money. Yes, the body will always look for a way to cope. If you are stressed, the body will try to cope, and the coping mechanism is to release cortisol. Cortisol is a stress hormone, right? It helps you cope with the stress you are going through, right? That is what I was talking about. And as this stress hormone goes up, it suppresses your reproductive hormone. Reason why, one of the things I've always advised here, learn how to manage your stress. Whether you're a man or you're a woman, manage your stress. There is no other way. You're looking for a drug that will solve the problem. Well, the drug may work just fine, but this is the idea. The body is in distress. So when the drugs come in, they force the body to produce results against its will. Right? You may get your results, but is it good for you? Is it good for you? Something you can just manage your stress. You're looking for drugs. Go ahead if it's working for you. But I think managing your stress is better. Right? So cortisol goes up and suppresses the reproductive hormones, and this will lead to delayed ovulation. So those of you all busy all over the place, you wonder, oh, my ovulation, I don't understand the thing again. Is it regular and all that? Are you beginning to understand? All right. Good night, Ebony Classic. Thank you very much. Good night. Sleep well. Make sure you got enough rest. Manage your stress. You're welcome. Okay, I just Kathy, obviously you were not listening to me. Obviously you were not listening to me.
heartbeat tells a story.
I just discouraged you
This is
from
fertility.
using drugs to solve what you can do
This is life.
by simple management of stress. Now you're asking for that same drug. You are amazing. You're amazing. Right? So when cortisol goes up, your reproductive hormones goes down. It will lead to delayed ovulation. In men, it will lead to reduced testosterone. So testosterone now is reduced in men. John Thomas cannot jump up. No erection. Right? John Thomas cannot stand up. What happened to my erection? Testosterone is low. Oh, erection is not erecting. What happened to my ovulation is delayed or suspended because I'm stressed. You can see what it's doing to a man and woman. Cortisol, stress hormone. That's what it does. So what do? Manage your stress. Manage your stress. That's the first thing. The second thing. How does that affect weight? Right? Because body weight plays a major role.
Every heartbeat tells a story.
Body weight plays a major role. In days to come, I'm going to say some things about weight.
This is life.
Just do what I'm telling you. Manage your stress. Right? Manage your weight. Sleep well. Kafi, I'm talking to you. You're looking for drugs. Oh boy. And I've advised, anyway, just listen to what I'm telling you. Right? Because the more you are desperately looking for drugs, there will always be somebody who will give to you. The question is the drugs drawing you closer to your results or is taking you far away from your results? It's left for you to answer. Right? All right. So manage your weight. Manage your weight because it plays a major role. So you cannot be too thin and you cannot be too big. You've got to be within the bracket because excessive weight will increase estrogen imbalance. Right?
This is fertility.
And disrupts ovulation. So what do you do to your weight? You watch your weight. I'm not saying you should go to the gym and kill yourself. No, I didn't say so. But watch your weight. Is that okay? What about people that are underweight? Lekpa Shandy. Martha is here. Underweight. Those that are underweight. What about them? In those cases, there is reduced hormone production. Right? There's reduced hormone production, and that may stop ovulation altogether. So you cannot be too thin, and you cannot be too fat. You've got to be adequate. Right? You've got to be adequate. So go and calculate. No, I'm not in Ghana. I'm in Nigeria. Right? So please go and check your BMI. Check your BMI and you'll be all right. Is that okay? Check your BMI, you'll be all right. If for any reason you don't know how to check your BMI, ask me. I will tell you.
Every heartbeat
Is that okay?
tells a story.
So you cannot be too big, you cannot be too thin. Just be adequate. Now, what about the impact of lifestyle on these hormones? Can lifestyle affect hormones? Yes. Yes, it can. That leads me quickly to one of the major problems I think people have today.
Every journey begins with
Sleep. Sleep. Somebody help me buttress it. Good evening, Chef Cheesy's Kitchen. Good evening, you're welcome. Somebody type in the comment section, sleep. Because some of you don't like to sleep at all. Talk to me in the comment section. Type sleep. Sleep. Let it enter. Right? Sleep. Oh, Iya Alamoke is here. Good to see you. Sleep. And I want to ask you, why don't you like to sleep? Tell me. Why don't you like to sleep? Okay, before you answer the question, I hope you know that poor sleep reduces testosterone in men, right? And reduces hormonal stability, both men and women. Poor sleep. Poor sleep. So when are you going to start sleeping? You need at least 7 hours of sleep consistently. Now, remember, those that are trying to conceive, I've told you time and again. I've told you time and again that before you begin to try to conceive, prepare your body 3 to 6 months. Is that okay? And one of the things you'll be doing in that preparation is to have adequate sleep, at least 7 hours for the next 3 to 6 months, consistently. If you do this thing I'm telling you, it will work like magic. But because you are looking for where to spend money, that's why you're looking for medication. If you want to spend money, go to the link in my bio. There's a lot of things to spend money. You just go there, throw the money, I will get it. Right? At least to spend money, they scratch. Is that okay? Sleep at least 7 hours of sleep. What does sleep do? What does sleep do? When you sleep, the body repairs itself. Dead cells are taken out. Weak cells are taken out. Wayward cells are deactivated and taken out. Your hormones are recalibrated. Every journey begins with hope. So you wake up in the morning with renewed energy. Every heartbeat tells a story. But no, you will not sleep. This is fertility. While you're on TikTok live, you're watching that movie, this movie, that movie. All the people that produce those movies are enjoying adequate sleep. You will not even get one. You are even paying for it, but you still don't sleep. Why are you like this? Sleep. Right? So sleep will do that for you. Every journey begins with hope. But if you're not ready to sleep, get ready to spend money for nothing. All right. The next one, part of the lifestyle habit that affects your hormones. Diet. Diet, that's food, nutrition. When your food is deficient of nutrients, it affects hormonal productions, right? It does. So that's the reason why today, what do you have?
Every
You
heartbeat
have
tells a story.
supplements.
This is fertility.
But people are abusing supplements now. The moment you hear infertility problem, they load you with supplements. I hope you know that you are not even supposed to take too much of it. Why the excess of one antagonize the function of the other one? You've got to be smart. But you wouldn't even know unless I'm telling you. So now that you know, I hope you're going to start trying right? Try right.
Every heartbeat tells a story.
The word supplement is to supplement what is not adequate, what is not sufficient. But some people have turned it to drug, that this one, I will take it, it will change my story. Clap for yourself. That's the best I can tell you on that. So if you like, continue. If you like, go to your doctor and seek proper advice. The other aspect besides diet of the other aspect of lifestyle is exercise. When you have moderate exercise, it supports balance, right? Listen, moderate exercise supports balance. However, excessive exercise can disrupt it. So if you are there, you are hitting the gym, only God knows what you are doing there. You are excessive, and now you are coming, I don't understand my period anymore. I think, can you stop that gym? I don't know what did they go do there. You are going there because you want to belong to a club. No, make sure the things you do have a purpose. And that is the major problem with people today. They just want to do things for status, not for purpose. Excessive exercise can disrupt your hormonal balance. So what do you need? You need moderate. You have PCOS, don't worry. In few days time, maybe next week, we'll talk about PCOS. So you want to make sure you stick around. We'll talk about the details. If you miss it, just go to YouTube, search my name. And those who are already watching the videos, why are you not subscribed to me? Go to my YouTube channel. Too much information, right? Too much information to learn from. Subscribe, right? That will make sense. So excessive exercise should stop. Right? So I've said that for those that are just joining, what I was talking about, I was talking about subtle imbalances that can happen, right? Stress can cause hormonal imbalance. Weight gain or excessive weight loss can affect hormonal balance. Lifestyle can affect hormonal balance, like sleep habits, diet, exercise. These things can affect, right? So be smart with your life. Be smart with your life, because when you walk in ignorance, some things may look normal to you, but you don't know it's part of your problem. Is that okay? Now, the timing of testing would matter a great deal, but I'll leave that for your doctor and your lab scientists to worry about. Right? Also understand that one hormone can affect many others. Right? A problem in one area can create a chain reaction. So that is why you need a professional to take care of you. Don't just sit at home and be doing your own thing, right? And in all this, the whole essence is to drive you towards conception, and also understand that the balance of hormone is critical for pregnancy, right? For pregnancy to occur, you need ovulation to be triggered. And remember the trigger hormone? LH, right? You need the uterus must be prepared, right? The embryo must be supported. And all this depends on hormone working in sequence to bring it to pass, right? To bring it to pass. So use the knowledge wisely. Otherwise, you will be struggling for a long time. The part of your journey that you can change, concentrate on that one. The one that the doctor should do, give it to the doctors. Right? Now, when should you go for testing? When should you be tested? Right? When should hormones be tested? I'm sure somebody wants to hear this before we go tonight. Right? I will get some time to answer one or two questions. Some people have questions. But let's answer this question. When should hormones be tested? It's very simple. It's very simple. If there is delayed pregnancy for 12 months, that is those people under 35 years of age, you have delayed pregnancy for 12 months. Time to be evaluated. Those people above 35 years of age and there's delayed pregnancy, time to be evaluated. Right? That's one. Number two, if there are symptoms like irregular cycle, low libido is like you don't get morale to knock, right? Low libido, unexpected fatigue, and abnormal bleeding. It's time to be tested.
Every journey begins with hope.
All right. So when you find yourself in any of these things I say now and you check one or two boxes, please go to your doctor and get tested. Hormones are not just part of fertility. They are the control behind fertility. They are the control. So without proper hormonal coordination, your timing that you are doing will fail. Right? Development of fetus will fail. Support of pregnancy will fail if there is no proper coordination in the hormones. All right? So, when are you going to get tested? If any of these boxes are checked, please get evaluated. Kafi said location. Location is Nigeria, Abuja. Adasa, thank you very much for the answer. Right? So, hormones are not things that you see, you don't feel it, but you see, the results will manifest. Right? So, hormones do not shout, they whisper. But those whispers controls everything. Whether you are feeling hungry, there's a hormone involved. You're feeling tired or stressed, there's a hormone involved. You are even sleeping, there are hormones involved. You want to knock, there is a hormone involved. Everything. Hormones are involved. And when they are balanced, coordinated and precise, they will create the conditions where life will begin. Right? Very important. So make sure you live a healthy life. And if you are confused of what's going on with you, go and see your doctor. Send your requests